Well, here it is in the afternoon, about 1:30 on the 15th of August, and I've met with Ron Dingman, and I'm over at his place. He's going to come walking back out into the thing, and this guy is right here. Speak right into the camera.
Okay, I'm Ron Dingman, owner and captain of the Manaia. We live in Bozeman, Montana.
Yeah, wait.
Yeah, there's some great lakes around here.
Yeah, I mean, and you've been over to Hauser, Lake Hauser, and
we've been on Hauser, we've been on Holter, we've been on Canyon
Ferry, yeah.
Yellowstone Lake, Jackson Lake in the Grand Teton National Park, up to Kookanusa, Priest Lake up in Idaho, and we're planning on going down to Lake Powell. And so, you know, and there's a lot of other small lakes around here we've been in. Because I have plexiglass, you know, I'm trying to clear that up, and so I put that on the front
as a cover.
To protect, because once I get that cleared up, I don't want it to get broken.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, a lot of things are similar to it. They've got the double jacks on it.
So you have the tilt?
Yeah,
here.
I don't. But
I've never used that.
Yeah, you know, almost everybody I've talked to is the same way. They designed it but never used it. Yeah.
It's just strapped down.
Yeah, you've got your strapped. Mine's chained down. The people had it before me, and I've just never had to use it. Now.
Well, that's the other thing I do here is I put a chain for traveling
as well on it. Okay.
Anything, if this popped off or that broke, because I'm an awful cocker.
Yeah. See, and you're.
I pulled every window and reseated all the windows with a new caulk.
Yeah, and you've got a sliding window in the back, and I don't. And my back one, I'm trying to think. I don't think my back one opens at all either. I don't think my back one like yours does. So there's a number of things that are different. The twin electric motors. Okay.
And so they're just permanently mounted on there.
Okay.
And my wires just run them through here.
All right. Okay.
And but those things work swift. All the controls are up front.
On
the
it.
captain's.
That's where. Okay. Well, I'll hop up here, and we'll take a look at the inside now.
And I'll just show you real quick the engine hold.
Okay.
Nothing much to look at.
Okay, yeah.
It's a 302. I got my battery charged. But these are those are the power units for the electric.
For the electric motors, right? Okay.
And then what I do is I hooked it up. I ran it all, and then I use alligator clips because it's a 12-volt system.
Yep.
And so until I get 2 batteries dedicated to those motors, I just hook them up whenever I need them.
Oh, okay, yeah. That way something can't go wrong and they can run battery down.
Right.
Yeah. This is quite a bit different setup than mine is. My table is the other way.
Really?
And a straight seat just across that way.
I'll be darned.
Yeah.
It makes up a new bed.
And it makes into a bed. And as a matter of fact, I've had a modification that the guy made before me. He put little rails here, and he's got an extra. See, they come out from the seat.
So it makes a bigger bed.
The whole thing's a bed.
Some other camper had that. I can't remember who it was. It might have been Marty. Marty's boat was like, holy crap. That thing, you turned it into a hotel.
Oh yeah, you see, he did a lot. You know, I kidded him when I first saw it because I said, well, you need to. That's the Vasa. And he's the Vasa, and he didn't know, but he I think he Googled and found out. The Vasa was a famous Swedish ship that the Swedish king had made for, you know, and a real impressive. They were going to have a battleship to protect the country, and so they designed it, and they had cannons on every level and had just huge amount of cannons. They launched it, and on its maiden voyage, it flipped upside down right in Stockholm Harbor. All this money that they said were going to save the nation and everything else flipped upside down and went right in the drink. So what really happened, for hundreds of years it was there. Then in the 70s or 80s, they got the idea, the Baltic Sea's probably intact. They went down and they recovered it and brought it up, and you can now see it. It's a museum there in Stockholm, and that's the Vasa, W-A-S-A. And Marty's was running all this high weight. And I said, oh, that's the Vasa. Yep, there's 3. See, mine's 4.
Oh.
Yeah, mine was 4, but I just use his countertop because the lines run inside the hull. See, and I decided, you know, in the 70s when they designed these and had them, that was okay, but running LP lines inside hulls is a risky business.
I know.
So I never used mine. I put my tanks on the outside in the transom and run the lines up and over and run it through that that they were
Probably
doing
a
that.
really good idea.
And see, I had mine set up so I could have my hot water shower in there, but I also just flipped this up and then used it just for my cooking.
Well, we have this heater. This works great. Man.
Is that a Mr. Buddy?
It's a Mr. Heater.
Mr. Heater.
Yeah,
So
see?
yeah, okay.
And
Okay.
this thing is perfect in here.
Yeah, okay.
We've been, as a matter of fact, we were on Yellowstone Lake, in
Okay.
the fall a few years ago, and we ran into a snowstorm, and we got on the other side of the lake over in Eagle Bay, and we happened to go to a dock. We were supposed to be in an anchor, but we went over to this dock because nobody was on the lake, and got caught in a snowstorm. And the boat wouldn't run because the carburetor froze up. We must have gotten some moisture in there. So we sat there for 2 days, and finally I pulled the carburetor after trying to start it, brought it in, and we slept with it overnight with the heater on.
And you got her going then.
We got it going the next day. But we sat in those snowstorms. To clear up once in a while. I got some of the best pictures. We sat and played cribbage, and had dinner, and went for hikes, and just had a great time. And then we made it back across. I kept trying to call the Rangers on the radio. And they called me back one time, and they said, we don't monitor this channel. And I said, well, why do you have a radio then? I had to register with you guys to come out here so you knew I was out here. So who do I call?
You can do it in this boat. You can go out in some pretty. And it's just
so nice.
It really. I mean, I thought I've done the Apostle Islands out in Superior thing. I've done the Lewis and Clark thing, and 2 different years using the boat. So I've gotten my use out of the original idea of the boat. I should be selling it, but in my heart of hearts, I just can't let it go yet because there might be something else I want to do, and it's such a handy boat.
And it makes such a great camper.
It is. Whether you're RV camping or just throw it in the boat water for a day, it is just great.
Traveling, camping and then you really get the looks because you pull into those RV parks.
So unusual. I mean, they are very unusual. It's just all there is to it. There are very few things. And I keep hearing on our Yahoo.com they keep talking about that German boat equivalent.
Yeah.
And I heard a while back it was 65,000. Now I don't know what they are, but.
Oh no, I think it's more like 90.
Yeah, I heard it was closer to 100,000 now. And then you're just looking at it and saying, me, I wouldn't sell mine for less than 10 grand. I know other people are selling them for quite a bit less, but mine's the outboard, and I know it's, a lot of people that want to have the outboards, and I just say, if I can't get 10,000 for it, I want to keep it because if I'd ever have to replace it, and have another deal,
I don't think I'd ever sell this for less than 10.
Yeah.
These things I saw, and you probably already know this, but when these were new in the 70s, they were selling them for $50,000.
Oh, well, I know it was up a ways there. I know it was up a ways there.
$50,000 back in the 70s.
70s, yeah.
I mean, that's like $100,000
now, yeah. So,
that's pretty incredible.
I think I'm going to shut the rig off. Anything else you want to say to the rest of our fellow sea campers here?
Yeah, bring your boats out and try some of our lakes.